Hello everybody, hello. So I'm gonna tell you the story of this perfume, Yazemeenah. So this is really dear to me because it's a dream since a very long time. The notes are really, really nice. It's very fresh and very light and wild. So the notes of this perfume are citrus based. It's on the citrus. It's a citrus that is very typical of the country of the Mediterranean. It's called cedra in French. I think it's in English, it's lemon, but it's not the small lemon. It's another kind of lemon. It has another taste, another smell, another scent, and it is like a rough lemon, all with different shapes. So this is one of the bases that you can really feel in this perfume. It brings a lot of light. In fact, this perfume is made with all the plants that I remember when I was in Corsica, when I was a little girl. You know, we had this Helichrysum, that is a yellow plant, but it's called in French as well immortel. That means that it's a plant. Immortel means never die. It's a really potent plant that is really good for blood, to heal, very, very powerful. So this is in the scent. There is the Helichrysum. There is a chamomile that is also a wild plant. These wild plants are, growing on rocks or really like in a wild area, and they are yellow. So they bring also a lot of light in the perfume. It's very solar. This is like the scent you can have when you arrive in Corsica in May, or when you have the sun that is really bathing the bushes that we call maki. And we have all these wild plants. There is also Cistus in that perfume. Cistus is a very beautiful bush with leaves that are like velvety, but they are sticky. And because like that they can catch and keep the moist. And the flowers look like paper. They are really beautiful. They can be white or pink. And they are really, really nice. And the cistus also, it's a wild plant for sure, and has a very interesting scent. And this is a combination with other scent that I had when I was a little girl. It was the fig tree. When I was with my grandparents between 2 and 4, I'd been raised by them. So we were living in a place where it was on a beach, and it was no running water and no electricity. So we were going to the river or to the spring that was going out of a rock under the big fig tree to get the water to drink. So it's like the scent of the fig was very strong when you have the sun going on the leaves, and it's the scent of the leaves, and we can find this there. So it's a beautiful scent, fig tree scent. And there is also 2 other plants, but these are wildflowers that we have in Corsica. And one is from my name. My name is Yazemeenah, and this is Yazemeenah. And Yazemeenah, in fact, my name is Yazemeenah, but my grandparents never been able, speaking Corsican, to say Yazemeenah, so they call me "Oh Yazemeenah, oh Yazemeenah." And in fact, I decided to take this name legally in 2014. So it's my legal name, and it's in homage to my grandparents. And it has a lot of memories, very good memories. it's really moving to me. So this perfume is a dream that I had since a very long time, because every time I was going in Corsica on vacation, when I was coming back, I was bringing back some essential oil of these plants, and I was mixing myself different, oils to have to have this scent and to connect to that. But it was like a dream to have a perfume made of it, and since a very long time, and the universe brought this really in a magic way. And the most amazing thing is that I discovered Maria Candida Gentile by a young man, Italian, who came here on my beach, and I was shooting myself on the beach. I was shooting for perfume, actually, and I was dreaming that the company I was shooting for would make my perfume, but in fact this was not going through, and I spoke with this guy who was like intrigued by what I was doing, and he said, "Oh, I know a master perfumer in Italy." And when he told me her name, inside it was like, she will do my perfume. This was 4 or 5 years ago. And he told me you should be in touch with her. And kindly, he offered me a perfume of Maria Candida Gentile. And I felt in love. And inside it was just that I wanted to really have my perfume made by Maria Candida, and I learned more about her way to work, and he told me how she was working with the spirit of plants, and this really resonates with me because it's what is dear to me. And when you have consciousness about what you are working with, and you are able to honor nature, because you bring this consciousness in the creation you do. Maria Candida is connected at this level of consciousness, and this is in the perfume that she's creating. So for me, it's totally resonate with who I am as well. And I'm really amazed how the universe brought that. So I told Maria Candida I would love to have a perfume made with the essence of Corsica, to have something that reconnect me to this memory of childhood that I have, but just to, honor that, and like an homage to that time. And Maria asked me to send her the list of ingredient, component, and I did. And she told me she has been really inspired, and she created this. And this is really, really precious to me. So it's really connected to, the childhood of a very tiny little girl who was living like in the wilderness on a beach and at the river, and with all the beauty, untouched beauty of this island and wild beauty, and with grandparents who were really like amazing when I think about that, because they made me participate to the daily task, but showing me this like a game, and I was so happy to be part of it. And we were washing at the river, and I could see the plants all around and the light that was going through the leaves, and it was magical. And it was the salt on the rocks, it was like diamond. And I asked Maria, can we put some salt in? Because my name, I discovered when I changed my name, and I wrote it this way because it doesn't exist in Corsican. It doesn't exist. It's just a way to pronounce. And I wrote it that way with this spelling that is a little bit complicated. Sometimes after I had the feeling it was make me think of a Native American name So I asked someone I met some months before who is Native American if this name, Yazemeenah, was saying something in his language, you know, in Native American language from New Mexico. And he answered to me immediately, he said, yes, it's unbelievable. We don't even take off one letter. We just cut in two, and it means Yazi, it's a ball, and Mina, it's the salt. And I was like, I cannot believe that. It's connected directly to this name of when I was called as I was little girl and fascinated by the salt on the rocks. And my name is directly connected to that. So when Maria, I told her about my dream, she said, yeah, and how are we going to call it? I said, oh, we call it Yazemeenah, because it's what it's about. It's really the memory of a very happy childhood. In austere life, it was quite austere, you know, but it was luxurious, because we were living totally immersed in nature. And it was really a land of wonders. And all my life I've been connected in my memories of this early childhood. And this is what really brought me to be where I am today. Because I never lost the link with nature. When you give this to children, small children, when you offer them the possibility to live with nature, they will never forget it. They will always have something inside that yearns to go, that is thirsty to that. And this connects to the knowledge, the wisdom of nature that we are from. We are organic as nature. So we have this wisdom, we have this knowledge, we have this ability to regenerate and grow. And we have for that to be really connected to these origins. And the society, unfortunately, in a way corrupt all that. And it's for that we are lost, and people are lost and sick, and they don't know even how to let their body heal itself. They interfere with that. So a perfume is really subtle. A perfume, you know, it's like you can see a little of it, but you don't see it. It's invisible. Perfume is made with molecules of the spirit of plants. And it's really a bridge with the invisible world. It is like that. The scent, you cannot see it, but it's so powerful. It touches deep inside our brain, really deep. Very deep emotional states. And when you have something that is carrying all the beauty natural, because this is natural, Maria Candida don't use synthetic molecules, it's all natural molecules. So you can vibrate with that because we are natural, because we are organic. So we can vibrate with this synergy of plants, of spirit of plants. And this is healing somewhere. And this is a very light perfume, very fresh, and in the same time wild. It can be for men, women, or children. It is something that inspires creativity. It's very happy. It's a very happy fragrance. It is like full of joy by the color it has. Can you imagine the honeysuckle, the jasmine, the chamomile, the helichrysum, and the salt that is like diamond, and the citrus, all this is solar, it's very sparkling, it's very energizing. So this is what is about this perfume. It's like sparkling in a bottle and happiness of childhood. And it can help by vibration to connect to that inside of everyone, because we have that. Often we forget the little child, but it's there, and it just wants to be acknowledged and able to create and to play and to be happy. So it's all about that. And so many memories connected to that, you know. The water coming from the rocks under the fig tree. You know, my grandmother, she was carrying water on her head. She was carrying everything on her head. She died at almost 100 years old, and she was like a ballet dancer, because until 1965 she carried figs on her head. It's when we got running water and electricity at that place. I was 10 years old. So that, and my grandfather, he had a donkey, and he was wearing the traditional black velvet suit, very elegant, with, I don't know how you call this, a shirt with square, and a big red belt, and a black hat. And he had also a Winchester shotgun, short, you know, that he cut, a short one. And for me, it was like, when I grew after, I thought, oh, my grandfather is like a hero of Western. He was on his donkey and with his suit and with his shotgun Winchester, and I was like, wow, it was a beautiful, and he was also very straight. He was not like that, he was really like that, very, I could say, proud, and very square, very, it was really, really amazing. And he was making my little socks, my little, not socks, you know, flip-flop in wood with a strap in leather. And he was carrying on his donkey, he was carrying the wood, and he was carrying also some big can of water. That was the water for the house. And he was growing all the fruit and vegetables, and he was making me happy because he knew I love the turtles. So he was going to, I'm gonna cry. To take the turtles for me. It was really wonderful, and I wish kids could have a childhood like that, because it really makes you like strong and happy for your life. You know, it's like I'm crying not because I'm sad, but because it's beautiful. So this is what it's about. I wanted to share this with you, and yeah, I'm really grateful to Maria Candida to being able to realize my dream. It's so precious to me. Yeah, so you can go on my website, on the website of Maria, and you can have even much more information. You can read, what is very interesting is to read about the philosophy of Maria Candida, that is really resonating with mine, philosophy of life and of creation. It's really, really beautiful. And you can order from the website. And you can check also on my website. I wrote the story on my website. And I wish you enjoy it. And I thank you very, very much for watching, and I will post also, there is a promotion for the launch of the perfume until the end of the month, and I will post this in the comment. Like this you can see everything. And if you are in the US, because it's complicated to send samples from Europe, there are some rules that it's not so easy. But if you are in the US and want to send it, I can send a sample to you. You just give me your address and I will send it to you. I thank you very much, and I wish you a very happy Easter weekend.